What's going on? And goddamn is right, man. We back. This is episode 22 of Rickle Me Pick. And man, this ain't just no ordinary episode, man. This is a Rick and Morty episode. We got a new episode. You know what I'm saying? So this one here, as you all know, for the last year, we've been waiting on season 6, and season 6 this last Sunday has finally you know what I'm saying, brought itself upon us. Prior to season 6, we had Wormageddon, and for all Rick and Morty fans who are familiar with it, uh they did like a real life scavenger hunt, where basically they put 14 Rick and Morty statues all over the world. And out of those 14 statues, 9 of them were actual statues you had to go search. Well, out of all 14, you had to go search for them, but 9 of them you actually had to search for. And the first one to arrive got a golden Rick head. I unfortunately did not have that opportunity, to where the one here in Atlanta was just one of the ones that was given. So if I would have been in Malibu, what if I would have been back home in LA? I would have been able to win it, the Golden Rick head. I know Brandon. Shouts out to Brandon and the Rick and Morty podcast. He actually won the Golden Head out there in Malibu. So shouts out to you, man. Here's a drink to you. Mm. And so, like I said, man, with that whole 14 statues, it built a story. And it was this worm, these worms, alien worms. They came from outer space. They came to Earth, and they were basically destroying Earth. And it was upon Rick and his friends, Bird Person, Squanchy, Beth, Jerry. You know what I'm saying? The fucking Gluty was there. They had Noob Noob. They had the Vindicators. So, well, Supernova and Noob Noob, but that's about it. But because all the other ones are dead, as we know. But it led to a story, and then within the final episode, or with the final story video, I guess, that they came out with prior to episode 1 coming out, we see everybody just kind of disappeared. You know what I mean? Like in a whole, just teleported, everybody turned green, disappeared, and we didn't understand why. And now that we watched episode 1, we know why. And for those that don't know, yes, this is complete spoilers. This entire show is all spoilers. Um, so if you haven't watched it, go fucking watch it and then come back and watch this. You know what I'm saying? Because we are talking about season 6, episode 1, Solarix. And it was a damn good show, man. It was a really good show.
Ooh, wee.
So we gonna go ahead and jump right into this shit, man. And let me see how I want to do this. How do I want to do this? Oh, first off, man, before we jump into this, hey, shouts out to everybody watching, man. Whether you're watching on Twitch, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, um, shouts out to you, man. Appreciate y'all coming by. Appreciate y'all sharing. Appreciate y'all hitting that like button, hit the comments. You know what I mean? And to everybody just listening, man, I got it out on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. We got it on Anchor. We got it on a couple other ones. But I'm out. We are on 6 podcasts now. You know what I mean? 4 streaming channels. So we climbing up the ladders, man. You know what I'm saying? The audience is slowly building. So yeah, man, appreciate everybody that does watch. Appreciate everybody that shares, comments, everything, man. Appreciate y'all. So without that being said, with that being said, you know what I'm saying, we jumping into episode 1, and it left off basically where you know what I'm saying, kind of where we left off in season 5. Evil Morty took off and fucked up the current universe that they were in. And you've seen a bunch of dead Ricks, floating in the sky, dead Mortys floating in the sky. It turns into a whole Iron Man Endgame type scenario, where Rick is laying there talking to Morty. You know what I mean? He's giving the whole monologue of what happened. He didn't want to mention Iron Man's name for whatever reason, but that's exactly what it was, man. Just to end up getting saved by Space Beth. Space Beth comes in the scene, saves the fucking day because that's pretty much what she does. Let's see if we have some pictures of Space Beth. I don't know if we put any up here. No, we ain't got none. I don't know why I didn't put none. Anyways, so Space Beth comes. You know what I mean? She's there. She saves them. She brings them back to, their reality with their current Beth in Summer. Well, Rick's trying to get everything situated with his portal gun because his portal gun ran out of juice and everything. He straight fucks up. And that's actually what leads, this fuck up is actually what leads to the final video, you know what I'm saying, where in the Wormageddon situation. So actually, let's go ahead and watch that final video. Hopefully we don't get kicked for this shit. But let's go ahead and watch that final video of Wormageddon so you can, you know what I'm saying, for all you fans, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And it should be, let's see. Oh, there we go, right here. Let's watch that. I don't know if y'all can hear that though. So this is the actual video, as you can see. I don't know if it doesn't have any audio, but so this is the actual video, as you can see. They're fighting the worm. You know what I'm saying? They're going into battle and shit like that. And right here at the end of the video, everybody just starts blinking green, and then they just fucking disappear. I forgot Mr. Nimbus was there too. They had that whole fucking Thelma and Louise going on. Or Thelma and Louise. Morty, you looking out for his girl. See, there they go. They start blinking green and everybody just disappears. Boom. So now that we've seen that and we've seen the episode, we understand that by doing that, Rick sent everybody back to the original universe. Everybody. And we come to find out that Beth, Space Beth, are obviously from the current universe they're in, along with Summer. Okay. So Beth, Space Beth, and Summer, they don't go nowhere. They stay in the current universe. When everybody fucking disappeared, Space Beth and Beth actually asked the question of, well, where's our Rick and Morty? And without fucking any hesitation, Summer let them know that they're actually buried in the backyard. As we all know, the two graves buried in the backyard.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
So that's that, right? So then we go to Morty. Boom, Morty goes back to his original reality. Now we're back in the Cronenberg era. As we all know, Rick Potion number 9, which was what was that? Season 1, episode 6. Rick Potion number 9. That's the Cronenberg episode, right? And obviously Morty abandoned his family with Rick and they bailed out. And in doing so, Beth and Summer both died from freezing to death, and Jerry just became like this version of Jerry that nobody thought existed. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, he was out there, he was surviving. He was probably, from what it looked like, he was the only fucking survivor on Earth, from what it looked like. Morty ends up running into him, and they didn't, you know what I'm saying? Jerry basically told him to fuck off. You know, he didn't need him. He bailed on him. And, you know what I'm saying? This is whatever happens, it's on Morty because that's the destiny he fucking chose. And this was basically Morty having to deal with his past now. And to sum it all up, this is what everybody did in this episode. Basically, everybody in this episode had to deal with their past in their own way. So Morty got sent back to his own reality and shit like that. And now he's having a hard time. Fucking Jerry fucking ditched him. He's getting chased by Cronenbergs and shit. He had to kill a Cronenberg as soon as he fucking got there. So that's what's going on with Morty, right? So we jump to Jerry. Speaking of Jerry, he does throw the side note, you know what I mean, right before they teleport to where they're going. Jerry was like, "How did I get here?" And then he was like, "Oh, right, the Jerry Baree." And in the most monotone voices, man, Rick and Morty both. The Jerry Baree deep cut. Because as we all know, at the Jerry Baree, they just switched him. They didn't give a fuck because Morty didn't keep the ticket. He had a fucking was it a chips and ticks ticket in his fucking pocket. You know what I mean? So Jerry goes back to his reality, which was season 2, episode 2. Jerry, well, that's what he mentioned, the Jerry Baree. That's when the last time he was in his reality was season 2, episode 2, which is also for my comic book readers. You know what I mean? I got, we got the comics right here. You know what I mean? Episode 49 or issue number 49 for my comic book readers. That's the first time in the comics they mentioned Jerry Baree. So if you want to watch the episode, then go watch the comic. I highly suggest it. A lot of comparisons and the actual comic, man, it goes a little more detail about the Jerry Baree. So that's a dope thing. So yeah, that's season 2, episode 2, the last time we seen Jerry. But as we know, prior to that, Jerry was just getting his ass fucking reamed by the family. Like that version in that universe fucking hated Jerry. They could not fucking stand Jerry. And we all seen at the end how Jerry was happy to leave. But during that time, like Jerry was just sitting at the table, just fucking just getting the business handed to his ass, man. And he wasn't happy about it, man.
Oh, jeez, Rick, that's not good. What are we gonna do?
So that's how everybody's feeling at the current moment, right? So now we shoot out to Rick. Rick goes back, and we come out to. Before you can get into this, man, let me take a drink. All right. So Rick, right? Rick ends up going back to his original reality, which we first get introduced in the Rick Shank Redemption, season 3, episode 1. This is where he's in the prison. They're trying to get into his head. You know what I mean? He's talking to the Gronflamites. As a matter of fact, he's talking to my guy. Where's he at? He's right here. You know what I'm saying? Gronflamite with the Szechuan sauce. I wish I can get to him, but I couldn't. Yo, what up, Smoke Man? I appreciate you stopping by, bro. You know what I mean? But hey man, I gotta keep it deep, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's you know what I mean? First episode in the year, bro. You know, you gotta dig all up in it, bro. So where we leave off. Oh yeah, so that you know what I'm saying? So that's when when he's talking to old boy with the Szechuan sauce over there. That's when we first get introduced to that scenario, the actual scene. Now we all know about Diane dying, and we all know about Beth dying with Diane in that moment. But that was the first time we actually seen that scene. Now we get to see that scene a few more times from that time to now. We've seen that scene several times. Last time we see it is actually going back to the last episode where I believe it's season 5, episode 10. They show it, but we've come to learn now. Not only does Rick fucking never want to forget, you know what I'm saying, Diane, obviously, he put a voice activation to where her voice is always in the next room, reminding him of like his guilt, right? So that says it in itself. And if you jump to today, right, his AI in his garage, it's the same voice. Go back and listen to both voices. It's the same voice. So that basically, even though he changed the name to his current AI, he still has that voice to remember, like that was the Diane voice. You know what I mean? Even though they're in different dimensions, like that's so he never wanted to forget Diane. But we come to learn and we come to find out that Rick C-137, where Diane and Beth had died, refused Evil Rick's offer. I'm gonna call him Evil Rick. And Evil Rick happens to be Morty's actual grandfather in his dimension. Hey, it's a lot to keep up with, man. I know it. It's a lot to keep up with.
Oh yeah!
Hey, what up, my boy? You know what I'm saying? What's going on with you, Joey? Appreciate you stopping by. You know what I mean? Hey, shouts out to Joey. He in the fantasy league, my little homie right there. I am gonna whoop your ass this year in fantasy though, and can't wait till November 6th when I come out and see you for that Raiders Jags game, bro. It's gonna be something nice. Go Raiders. But hey, so all right, so yeah, so quick flashback, boom, boom. C-137, his family was killed by the Rick that is the grandfather of his current Morty. That's a lot to deal with, man. You know what I'm saying? If you just tuning in, I know you're probably like, what the fuck are you talking about? But to, you know what I'm saying? But to everybody that, you know what I'm saying? Nah, bruh. That's a big no-go. But to everybody that has been following, it's a mind-blowing, it's a mind-blowing fucking, you know what I'm saying, segment to find out, you know what I mean? Like, damn, like he been looking for the dude that's killed his family, and the whole time it's been his Morty, like his number one guy, like the Morty he never would give up. His grandfather is the one that killed your family. Like that's a lot of shit to deal with, man. And we actually get to see for the very first time who that real Morty is, and they actually find him.
Whoa, you found me.
Yes, we did. So that's, you know what I'm saying, that is the actual Morty, and or that's the actual Rick. That's the I'm calling him Evil Rick. I'm gonna find a better name for him later on, but this is the Rick of Ricks. And the reason I say this is because the reason I believe, and many others, I've watched a lot of podcasts, I watched a lot of streams, and a lot of people have the same feeling. We believe that this is the Rick of all Ricks, okay? And if you go back to that scene in the Rick Shank Redemption, season 3, episode 1, you will understand that he refused the offer. He didn't want to join him, right? So they teleported. But at that time, C-137 Rick was still learning how to teleport. So obviously this evil Rick already knew, so he had to be the Rick. And I think our current Rick, C-137, is right there with him. And I think he's created the version of himself to be as intelligent, to be the Rick of all Ricks, because he's been on a mission trying to find Buddy. You know what I'm saying? So these two Ricks are some bad motherfuckers, man. Now, we still got evil Morty floating around in a different universe too. So we still got to worry about that little motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So we got Rick. We got, you know what I'm saying, his you know what I'm saying, his counterpart, evil Rick, and then we got evil fucking Morty. That's a lot of power, bro. And anybody knows, man, when there's a lot of power, only bad gonna come out of that, bro. Straight bad gonna come out of that. So that's where we're at. Okay. Rick dealing with his past. He finds out, you know what I mean, who the real Rick is that killed his family. Jerry's dealing with his past. Morty's dealing with his past and the Cronenbergs. You know what I'm saying? Rick, you know what I'm saying? Summer comes through in the clutch like Summer always does. She sends out the beacon. Rick finds the beacon in space. You know what I'm saying? Booms through that shit, saves Morty, meets up with Rick. He meets up with Summer, Beth, and Beth. They convince him to go find Jerry, so they go get Jerry. Jerry's fucking so happy to see him because when they get there, fucking Jerry is just getting fucking his ass fucking reamed. But like I said, you know what I mean? He fucking he comes back out. I think I have a picture of it. I thought I did. There's a picture, man, where fucking Jerry's leaving, giving him the fucking birds, man. He was just fucking happy to be up out that bitch, man. So that's that, man. You know what I mean? That's pretty much the breakdown. Oh, and then we get to the end back to that video or that picture I had of Evil Rick and Jerry. So that's Jerry. That's Morty's dad right there. The current Morty. That's his dad in the Cronenberg universe. Evil Rick ends up killing him right there at the episode. We also come to find out because Jerry slit his throat. This Rick, his fucking skin like rejuvenates like fucking Wolverine. You know what I mean? So there's another Marvel shot. Not to mention they threw a couple Batman shots out there. Dark Knight Rises. Jerry mentions that that's what he read during the apocalypse, and then he kind of has that Dark Knight feel. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the old man. You know, he's a vigilante. He's still doing his thing. Morty mentions how Batman never fucking turns his back on his people, but Jerry reminds him that, you know, Morty abandoned him. So, hey man, if you haven't watched it, go fucking watch it. Like I said, that's the pretty much the sum of it. That's pretty much the breakdown of it. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna lead us. It's leading us into another great episode, man. It's leading us into episode 2. We got. Let me see what we got for episode 2. So next week we got episode 2. Rick, a Mort well lived. So this is from what we know so far. Morty ends up getting stuck somewhere, and Rick ends up having to go save his ass as usual. But it's a little trickier than that, man. So, let's see. Before we get into these closing segments, if there's anything. Oh, so towards the end of the episode, right, where they're burying, you know what I'm saying, because they had to find a new universe to live in because Mr.
I'm Mr. Frundles.
I don't.
Mr. Frundles fucked it up for everybody. Well, Jerry fucked it up for everybody by letting Mr. Frundles out. Mr. Frundles ate the world, and it just ate itself. Blah, 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 blah. It's this alien that eats itself, and it just gets bigger, bigger, and bigger, right? Gotta watch it. So they end up having to find a new universe. They get to a new universe where they're all dead. It's Rick, Morty, Jerry, Beth, Summer, and Space Beth. All right, 6 of them. So they're all dead. So they find the universe, and now they're in the backyard burying them. The reason I feel like that scenario is so iconic, where they're all 6 of them are in the backyard burying them, is because once again we go back to Rick Potion number 9. And Rick Potion number 9, at the end of that episode, Rick and Morty buried that version of themselves and took over, you know what I'm saying, in that dimension. So, and that's what led from that point to now. So now we have all 6 of the family members together, all from different dimensions, led by C-137 Rick, and they've pretty much all buried their past into a new beginning. They all dealt with their past, they buried it in the backyard, and they're on to a new beginning. There's a lot, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of adversity ahead of them. But as we can see, this is the first time, I would say this is the first time in 6 seasons that we've actually seen the family, even with the clone Beth, which we still don't know which one it is, and we probably never will. So all of them together as one unit, you know what I'm saying, in cohesion. So that's interesting, man. That's oh shit, man. I still got this fucking picture up and shit. Hold up, let me take the shit down. My fault. Yeah, so this is the first time we got them all together in cohesion, man, like I said. And it's going to be interesting now that they're all one unit, how long they stay one unit and what they're able to accomplish together as one unit. Okay? So, moving right along, I got a couple theories and conspiracies, all right? So, we've come to the episode. So, like I said, one of my theories and conspiracies, along with others, is that the evil Rick is the Rick of all Ricks. This is the top shot. This is the big baller. This is the most fucking intelligent Rick. However, I do think Rick of C-137 is on that level as well. But because he has a more vengeful heart, I think he's a lot more dangerous. That's just my personal opinion on it. I try to, you know what I'm saying? I try to think of my own theories and conspiracies. And then I go watch other podcasts and I watch other streams and I try to like see like if they think like me or am I just way off the power end, you know what I mean? And a lot of them, man, I am a Fandom Empire. Shouts out to them. Damn, there was another one I was watching today, man. There's like 3 I really watched. Really fucking good, bro. They have really good breakdowns and shit. But a lot of people that know me, man, know I try to stay off the Reddit. You know what I'm saying? Because I try to put theories and conspiracies out there, and I try to talk to other people, and people are very like sensitive on Reddit, man. Like you can't say shit to them, man. You know what I mean? So I try to stay away from Reddit, man, but most of the time, some asshole comes out of left field, and he's just like like if I say like, damn, like I wonder what Summer would look like with black hair, like he'll come out of left field and just be like, nah, fuck that, Summer's hair has to stay on. He's one of those type people, man. So if you're one of those type of people, quick shout out to you, bro.
Shut the fuck up!
But to all my other people, right? I think by the end of this season, Rick will kill the evil Rick. And I do think that they are going to fucking merge universes with evil Morty. Now, there's still a lot that has to go on. You know what I'm saying? Still a whole lot to go on. I'm not going to dig into the theories and conspiracies deep yet. From a lot of interviews and stuff, we know it's going to be a lot of canon. There's going to be a lot of canon in this episode from what Harmon said. He says that out of any season, this season will probably be the fan favorite because it's gonna shoot back to a lot of canon. Now, the reason I'm excited about that is because not only am I excited to see a lot of the canon moments, but I'm excited to see how they relate to some of the comic book moments, because being that Rick and Morty had a reputation of veering away from the canon moments, the comic book was kind of picking up and filling in some of them. So I'm kind of curious how that's going to correlate with each other. Like you can see behind me, I got, you know what I'm saying, a stack right here. I got the fucking couple volumes up here. Got a couple more volumes on the way. So I'm big on the comics of Rick and Morty as well, man. So I'm real curious to see how that's going to turn out. And also, man, also back to the Reddit situation, man, before we get into my final segment. Somebody had posted on Reddit, man. I wish I was gonna get his name. He was like, I had went and posted my links, like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Come join me tonight, da 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 da. And he was like, oh, you're still here? He was like, I thought you left. Don't worry about me, bro.
I'm here, nigga. Be happy I'm here and ask some real questions.
That's all you gotta worry about. And if you really wondering why I wasn't here,
I was late because I went to go get some chicken wings. That's why I was late.
so suck a dick. But anyways, I digress. We had a great episode. We had a good breakdown. Everybody dealt with their past. We're on to a new dimension. And everybody buried they passed away. Everybody, in my opinion, dealt with their past. Wasn't a great turnaround, but they dealt with it in their own way. And that's one of the biggest parts. So we're moving on to next week. But before we move on to next week and we close this out, let me hold on. Let me you got to get the full attention right here. All right. This is my favorite part of the show, man. And we haven't done it in a long time because we haven't had an episode, and I can only do this when we have actual episodes. So, being that we have an episode, every episode of Rick and Morty, somebody dies. I don't think there's been an episode where somebody hasn't died. Somebody or something hasn't died in Rick and Morty in every episode, right? So, I like to, you know what I'm saying, give a little like tribute and a little, you know, a little moment for all the ones that passed away, man. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump into my RIP moments, my favorite segment. Go ahead and have yourself a drink, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's pay respects to the ones we lost in season 6, episode 1, Solar Ricks. Hey, man. Rest in peace to the ones that we lost, bro.
Oh! Damn you, Roger! Damn it! Damn you!
All right, man. So, hey, without further ado, that's pretty much been the episode. I loved it. I love the way the season started off. I think we're gonna have a fucking great season. And the better the season of Rick and Morty is, the better the shit I'm gonna be able to fucking provide, the better the content. So I'm looking forward to having and watching a great fucking season. Like I said, everybody that's, I'm saying, hold on, let me put this up, bam, bam, one time. Hey, man, everybody that came out and watched, everybody that left a comment, everybody that hit the like button, everybody that shared tonight, man, I appreciate you. We'll be back next week. Let's see, next episode is Tuesday, 11 p.m. So I'm going to do a live reaction. All right. This last Sunday, I kind of got a little fucked up and forgot to do it. But my goal, you know what I'm saying, so I can start putting out more Rick and Morty content is after the episode, I'm going to hit a live reaction, and then probably Tuesday, like I did today, I'll come with the actual breakdown. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get that live reaction right after the episode on Sunday. It'd probably be like 11:45, man, or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Probably like 10, 15 minutes after the episode finishes, just to get the live action, you know what I'm saying? Get a little chit chat going on with the fans that just finished watching it. And then I'll be back again on Tuesday with the actual breakdown live, just like we're doing now, man. So shouts out to everybody watching on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Shouts out to everybody that's gonna listen on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor. You can find me on Instagram if you want to. If you're just a Rick and Morty fan, you want to follow me on straight Rick and Morty news. Follow me at Rickle Me Pick on Instagram. But if you want to follow everything I do, like I said, I do the Rickle Me Pick with the Rick and Morty content. I got the Black Hole Convo that I do with the homie Temp on you know what I'm saying, all Raider Nation, all day, every day. And then you can catch me, you know what I'm saying, from time to time on Instant Replay with ACS John, PJ Sloan, and Ramsey, man. You know what I'm saying? When I hop on when I hop on with them. But if you want to follow the whole world of what I got going on, follow me on Instagram at NR_originals. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch at NR_originals. And you already know, for those who are not watching on YouTube, you can follow me on YouTube at NR Originals. Hey, man, it's been fun being back on the mic. It's been fun having new content to talk about, man. I ain't got to dig in the crates and pull out the sixes like I've been. But hey, man, we got a lot of new content. It's next week. I'm telling you, watch next week. Make sure you tune in for next week's episode and next week's fucking episodes of Rickle Me Pick as well right after, because this season is going to be something serious, man. I'm telling you. And you want to be here for it, man. Shouts out to everybody. But without further ado, I'm going to be out this bitch. I'm going to finish smoking up this bleezy. Oh, wrong side. Bam. I'm going to pour me up another little drink. And I'm going to go ahead and hit that snooze button, man. Shouts out to y'all. Peace, love. Glad y'all come, man. And I'm going to see y'all motherfuckers next week.